I have a kind of ethos around collecting. If something's coming in, something's got to go. And so something I'm buying has to be better than what it's replacing. And I had a great Comex that I loved, but it had to go to make room for the mill sub.
Visible through the sapphire caseback, the striking racks activate the hammer of the Grand Sonnery. When the strike is released, the rack drops into their respective cams. They are then immediately engaged by the striking train and lifted to the end of their travel. As the rack lifts, their outer teeth engage the gathering pallets to strike the gongs.
The question in terms of movement was, how do you visually express performance in watchmaking? And it's not an easy answer. The idea here was to put what we call a true second mechanism to mark the passing of every second accurately.
I trade in a Panerai, I trade in another watch, and then I pay the rest with money, and I have this watch, and I think it's beautiful.
That's a fantastic watch.
I think this is one of the most beautiful watches that I have.
Following a demand of the French Navy, the Marine Nationale, Tudor developed a specific shape for the hands to distinguish the hour and the minute's hand when we were deep diving. The brand came up with this particular square shape, which is today very well known as snowflakes.
So the 2915-1 through -3 are quite rare.
Very rare, and in fact, you begin to realize how rare they are when you begin really hunting them and comparing serial numbers. There really are only a handful out there, particularly in very good original condition.
Panerai was the first watch that you bought when you were drafted.
Panerai is the first watch that I bought when I was drafted.
And it's the watch you're wearing today.
It's the watch I'm wearing today. It's the 8-day, black on black. It's got a sporty look to it. Like I can just throw it on whenever I'm wearing a black or a gray look. And it flies under the radar, which is what I like about it. We selected the best of the independent manufacturers that are today available in the Swiss watch industry to produce and manufacture for us, following our directions in terms of technical design, in terms of expertise, to produce and manufacture all the components that we use in our watches.
The 1463 is the commonly known waterproof chronograph. This happens to be a rose gold example, and it's unused. This watch, truly unused. This watch comes with box papers, original band, as well as the original clasp and hang tags.
Well, I think it's always you're on rocky ground when you're maybe disagreeing with Philippe Dufour, but I have to go with the Patek. It's just the one that you could wear every day, and it feels so comfortable. You don't even notice it on the wrist, wears so well. And, I love the legibility, and it's just a great watch to wear.
So it's easy. If we want to ask for the minute repeater, we press on the pusher on the crown, like that. And the hours and the quarters sounds.
Actually, I wanted a white one because I wear it in the kitchen all the time. It's very light, it's very resistant to sweat. It's almost always 110 degrees in the kitchen every single day. So I wanted something that could hold up to that heat, but also, white with a white chef jacket looks kind of cool.
The contours of all framework components are given a matte finish to create that beautiful contrast with the polished edges. Here you see the 3/4 plate of a Lange 1.
His grandfather owned Zenith. His great-grandfather was also a watchmaker, and so on for 10 generations. And he decided to be a watchmaker. And this is the first one. This is 0001. And it reminded me that it's not always, ooh, I'm going to open Basel, I'm going to put some ads, oh, I'm going to be featured on Hodinkee, and I'm going to sell hundreds of watches. Sometimes it's a struggle, and they've been struggling now for 7-8 years. It's not easy to be a watchmaker.
And the one hand, I start a new time measure, and when I push again the lap timer bottom, I stop the moving hand, and with this one I make a flyback and I start a new time measure.
I look for things to reward myself. I think it's something that everybody should do. When you're doing something in your work line or in your life, that's great, that you probably should reward yourself, you should. It's a great incentive, and there's nobody better to incentivize yourself than you. So I think it's a pretty unique way, and if you have a hobby or something that you collect, I think that's a pretty easy way to do it.
The connected watch comes with 3 different dials. Here you can see the chronograph. Classic Carrera styling. Tap once to start the chronograph. You can see the red hand there moving. Tap again to pause it, and then double tap to reset.
It's a vertical touch, it's a column wheel chronograph movement, and all of that in 4.65 millimeter. 240 components, and I think when I look at all of them one next to the other, some which are barely the thinness of hair, I think it's a great achievement to develop it and put it together.
This was actually like my work watch when I actually used to work, literally welding and crafting and grinding on the shop with my team. I welded and there was slag would bounce off this finish. It was so durable, and I love the sort of nano sheens.
Production of this kind of higher end watch requires very delicate and very tense concentration. So in order to keep that condition, I have to do the other activities for forgetting about the stress of the job. One thing is I play baseball, and other thing is I do an actor in a play.
And just, you know, knowing the craftswork that goes into these things. About 3 years for one artisan to make. You have to appreciate that.
You do wear this watch. You wear it.
I do wear that watch. I don't wear it as much as I wear this, but I do wear that watch.
You might be the only owner of a 5208 that really wears that watch.
Look, this is what these are for. You have to wear them.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they're made for.